Hello guys, welcome back to our channel QA Simplify. So as you know that in our last video we have covered the waterfall model briefly, and in today's video we will cover agile model, which is used in software development life cycle. Okay, so it is more important to know agile model as most of the companies are currently using this agile software development model approach for their most of the products as compared to waterfall, because waterfall model has couple of disadvantages, so that will be overcome by using agile model. So let's begin with our topic, agile model. So what is agile? So generally agile is a iterative and incremental software development methodology which generally focuses on customer collaboration, flexibility, and quick delivery. Unlike waterfall model, Agile delivers software in small working increments, which is called as iteration or sprint. So generally, structure of Agile is based on the particular sprint, just like 10 working day sprint is generally considered in Agile. So it is vary with respect to the project and business needs. So main purpose of Agile is to give a flexibility to the working culture, just like to accept the change request at any period of software development lifecycle, which is quite impossible in the waterfall model. In waterfall model, what we do, we will take all the requirements only at the start, and no more a change request will be accepted during the software development phase. So in Agile, we will overcome that issues that many of the companies are getting faced. So we will introduce Agile model, so which is generally related to the accepting change request at the any time in the software development lifecycle. So that we will know in our earlier slides. So let's move to the next slide. So what are the key principles of the agile? So first one is the it is a individuals and interactives over process and tools. Second is working software over comprehensive documentation, and also the customer collaboration over contract negotiation, and responding to the change over following the strict plan. So whatever plan has been decided during the sprint planning and the agile ceremony, that should be followed. So that is the key principle of the agile. So whatever we plan, we will work accordingly, and we will accept the change request in between according to the customer's modifications or customer change request. So we'll see the agile workflow. So generally the development happens in sprint. Usually 2 to 4 weeks of the sprint are there. So and each sprint include planning, designing, coding, testing, and review period. So generally QA is involved from the day one in the agile ceremonies, whereas testing runs in parallel with the development. So for example, whenever any user story getting groomed, so at the same time, tester can start the reviewing of the user story as well as the raising the doubts and writing or designing test cases. And once the code is getting deployed, at that time testers can start or QA team can start with the testing. So it is a continuous integration, and frequent feedback ensures high quality from this agile methodology. So generally the feedback phases came in the retrospective meetings, so which is the part of the agile, and generally it is happens at the end of the each sprint to take feedback from the each stakeholder. So In Agile, we are following number of testing types, just like acceptance test driven development, just like the based on the whatever requirement has been given from the client. Also the behavior driven development, exploratory testing, regression testing within each sprint. So that is the patterns observed in the agile testing. Let's move to the next slide, which is related to the advantages of the agile. So agile can be early and continuous delivery of valuable software. That is the importance of agile. And because of the earlier response and quick feedback to the customer and feedback from the customer, so that causes customer satisfaction. Also, high flexibility to adapt the changes. That parameter makes the bond between the customer and the team, because we are resolving or getting the enhancement as per their user stories or as per their change requests. So QA gets early feedback from the stakeholder, so that's why fewer defects in the production of the live environment. So these are the advantages of the agile, but we have certain disadvantages of agile, because as the change request is come in any phase of the development life cycle, so for communicating the effective behavior of the application or the effective understanding of the change request, that requires strong communication and collaboration with the QA team, dev team, as well as with the product team. So sometimes there is a difficulty for very large products with a fixed scope, and also the continuous changes can be overwhelming, and also documentation sometimes take a backseat. So that are the advantages of the agile. So some real life example we can see here. So for example, the mobile banking app you need to implement. Instead of waiting 6 months for full release using Waterfall, Agile delivers a basic login functionality, balance check in sprint 1, then fund transfer in sprint 2, and later bill payments in the sprint 3. So we will give the application to the end user in the chunks. So that is the beauty of the Agile. Just move to the next slide and we will know about what is the exact difference between Agile and Waterfall. So as we know that Agile is a iterative model and it's incremental. With respect to Waterfall is a sequential and linear process. In Agile, testing is a continuous, but in Waterfall, testing happens after the development getting completed. In Agile, we know about the flexibility and everyone needs to be adaptable to the change. So in Waterfall, the structure is rigid and little scope for the flexibility. Where in Agile, the customer involvement is higher, but because of the fixed requirement in Waterfall model, there is a limited customer involvement. Also in Agile, deliveries are small and working software frequently. And in Waterfall, final product delivered with all of the functionalities. Whereas in Agile, we will deliver in the form of chunks. So that's all about the Agile. So Agile is widely used in the IT field. QA must understand uh, Agile to get succeeded in their professional life, and QA professional must understand what is Agile, how we are going to use in our day-to-day life, what are the agile practices, what are the standards in agile to work effectively in modern teams. So that's for our today's video. We will meet with different topics and very interesting information about the software testing in our next video. Till the time, stay tuned and click on the subscribe button. We will meet again. Thank you.